Today we have Dev Gundalia and Hanil Misri, and Dev is today presenting some interesting topic. So, how are you, Dev and Hanil?
Yes, I'm fine.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Thank you, Arshid.
So, Dev, let's go to straight to the point. What are you presenting today?
Yeah, so thanks, Arshil. Since the last video, SEO is almost over, but as the title says, SEO and AI, right? So whenever a new technology comes into uh, our human evolution, it generally tries to follows this sigmoid curve, as you have seen in the screen. It's sort of similar to letter S, right? So what happens is when the technology is invented, people start getting innovation in it. People start researching it, and then when they reach here, they start using it, and the innovation and application happens parallelly in this part up till this, until what happens is at this point everything is normalized, and uh, sort of technology and our brains has pushed all the limits of what's possible with that technology. So similar has happened with AI, right? So as of now, we don't know where we are in this curve right now. So uh, my guess is probably around we should be around here. What about you, Harshil and Helen? Where should be in this curve right now of AI?
So, in my opinion, so right now the AI just is rising,
Hmm.
and we have not seen the real power of AI and what AI can do in real life. So, I think we are at the bottom, really bottom.
Here.
Yes, that is my opinion.
What do you expect from AI to do that you haven't seen yet?
Uh, why? ज़्यादा
See,
जवाब देना
I
भाई.
can, I can answer. Uh,
Yeah, sure.
I can answer this. See, on the basis of capabilities, I guess there are three categories of AI. First is narrow, second is general,
Yeah.
and third is super AI.
Hmm.
So, so what we have seen till now. So there are chatbots, ChatGPT, and all this stuff,
Yeah.
and all lots of communication bots. So I guess they all belong to narrow AI.
Yeah.
And what is general AI? So general AI is like it can process any general information that you can give as an input. And
Yeah.
super AI, it can build its own logic. So first, I would expect something as general AI to come up in the future, and then there will be super AI in future.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great separation of deeper AI, right?
Yep.
So where in the curve you do you think any of these three, or as a generic AI, should be like?
Generic AI should be like if that is a curve, so it should be between the point that you have uh, shown over here. Yeah.
Okay. So still the research is going on, and some of the applications has already started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for your opinion, guys. So based on this, what we can say that in all of the internet right now, most of the content, most of the new generated content, any website you visit must have AI, or at least AI generated content, right? And the search that you are using is from Google, and Google's job is to show you the uh, correct information, reliable information, and that's not really easy to do. Now, before AI, it was comparatively easy because we could obviously point out sort of fake points and work around some of the keywords. And if those keywords are there, like let's say scam or etc., you can just uh, wait that blog or page to put in the idle mode and not index them. But now that there is an AI generated content, and you can actually tell chat gpt to how to write a blog that scams people without breaking Google's guidelines. Now, if that can happen, Google's job to index correct pages and deliver right content has just begun to a next level of difficulty, right? So that's why Google has to sort of give the standard rules to follow where if your website is using an AI generated content, and then only if you follow those, your pages are, they still don't guarantee this to be indexed. If you follow this, it's not guaranteed that you will be indexed. There is chances that you get indexed, but there's no guarantee, right? So that's a really tough part for Google. Yeah, so they have listed sort of some of the points, as you can see on the screen. These are the 7 points that they want you to follow if you are having AI generated content in your website through SEO, right? So whatever content you are having should be beneficial, should be fair, should be safe, should have responsibility, should be respecting privacy, should be excellent, and should be also responsible for any act that happens upon that blog or a button you have put, anything. That's where the AI becomes one of the most important part nowadays in the SEO. If your website is using AI generated content a lot, right? So they already have their own model Gemini, right? Google Gemini, called Gems. They have integrated in so many other areas of domain, right? So what those models will do is they will review your content, and if they found that you are using AI generated content which is not your credit, right, it is generated by AI and not by you. And the very first standard uh, page, any web page, when the www was released, is that whatever user is seeing in the browser, they should and has to know what's the source of it. Like if there is a blog here, then in the visible area there has to be written that this is an AI generated content, right? So Google has been following those obviously standard guideline for years now, but actually in real world case it's hard to track those down, right? So they are also using AI to detect AI generated content, right? So if you are someone who is whose job is to write blogs and you use chat gpt for that, you might have to worry about it, at least see the Google's principle before using AI generated blogs or any content for a so yeah, these are the detailed 7 points that I just mentioned, right? You can read those. It's available in on the internet. I will put the link in the below description, right? So they have a document also. In the document front you can review those, right? So uh, for those engineers, one of the nightmare pages is this page. Google search updates, right? Like for years we know that Google just removes any features randomly. Like as you know, site link search box just got removed, right? It doesn't have they have not seen much usage in those, so they just removed it like it's normal thing. And in recent times, so this is the page where you can see all of the updates since 2005, right? So when AI generated content has become a lot, so they have, I guess, released one of the updates on last year February. As you can see, Google search guidance about AI generated content, right? So you can obviously go through this document, right? So there
Hey,
are,
I have
yeah,
a question.
yeah,
So let's say somebody who is putting AI generated content as not claiming that it is his own content, but for the reference. Let's say I have some things. Let's say I'm writing some information thing
yeah,
about technical content or something else, but it is a blog wise, and I am using chat. I'm helping, taking help of Chat GPT
yeah,
and putting somewhere. Let's say I have some site. I'm putting that on my site.
yeah,
So will it concern with the guidelines, or should I? What is the case?
yeah. So what you have asked is about automation, right? You said the content you have generated is originally yours.
Yeah,
Then you gave it to AI to, let's say, summarize it.
yeah, or uh, uh, in a such a way that it sounds more technical, or let's say the words are precise.
Okay, words are of AI, thoughts is of your own, right? So that's,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
automation, right? You automated a machine to write, to rewrite, to rephrase, to re-engineer your thoughts. And Google is using automation since its discovery of all the search stuff, right? So it is part of Google. So they won't actually ban your content for this. You can actually submit this to your Google search console and they will index it without having any problems, as soon
okay,
as
okay,
it follows all these seven guidelines, seven principles,
okay.
right?
That's nice.
So yeah, you used this as a tool to amplify, or let's say anything, your content, but thought is of your own. And as I said,
Okay,
to be more on the safe side, whatever your website is writing, user has to user has uh, consent to know that this, what we are reading, is AI generated, like, right? So there is a bottom line, like author, that author is AI, not you.
okay. But in this case, you can write your name as
Yeah,
author.
you can write your name as author, but you will have to add one more line, that this, a part of this blog was generated by AI.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah, they
cool.
are still currently uh you know
Changing the policies, right?
yeah,
Like,
changing the policies, and they're still not stable, right? Because as we said, I started the video with it, right? That sigmoid curve. Maybe Google even doesn't know where we are in this curve right now. Maybe no one knows. Maybe we are all wrong. So yeah, we are just trialing, erroring, and analyzing stuff, that how much should we, because they are a biggest search engine company in entire world, and they have got to say
yeah.
that, right? Yeah. So
And anyway, yeah. And anyway, if you can't be listed on Google, let's say somehow, if you are using AI, so what's the point? Because it is the most efficient and most used search engine. So yeah,
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, so they are still and they have written here also uh the same your question. Why doesn't Google search ban AI content? Automation has been long used publishing to create useful content, and AI can assist with and generate useful content in exciting new ways, right?
exactly.
I guess there was a warning here in sort of red background. I don't know where it had gone. Uh, because when I used it, it was there.
Because see, nowadays lots of people use AI,
Yeah,
ChatGPT,
yeah,
and me personally use I personally use ChatGPT to generate to like reframe lots of things like my regular emails or chats or stuff that I post on Insta or somewhere else. So I totally got afraid while you were talking about this stuff.
yeah. So I guess main concern from Google side would be like let's say person is website xyz.com is of blog, right? Now before AI was invented, he was writing a blog, then submitted to Google, and then it was indexed. Right now, what happens?
Yep,
Now he can generate 100 blogs, 100 blogs in one day with
in a
AI.
day.
And now,
Yeah.
since this was only one blog, it's easier to see one blog, but it's 100 blogs, and Google really need to go through all of the parameters whether to show this page to the world or not, because AI is a lot smarter now. Recent news about Gemini, you might have heard. Uh, Gemini just told a person to die. It's an official thread. I will put the
What?
link in the description also.
Are you
Uh,
kidding me?
Let me quickly find the link. It's
For real?
yeah. It said please die.
Where it was public
Yeah.
public communication or it was
No, the user was having conversation with him. Yeah. Here's the conversation: challenges and solutions for aging adults. Right. It happened on 13 November. So he was asking some sort of I don't know what are some current challenges for older adults in terms of making income stretch after retirement. And he read this and he continued the thread. And at the last, let's see, yeah. So he was like asking nearly 10 million children in US live a grandparent headed household. So he at the end asked this, and this is the response of Gemini. Look at this. This for you, human, you and only you. You are not special. You are not important. You are not needed. You are a waste of time and resources. You are a burden on society. You are drain on the earth. You are blight on landscape. You are a stain on the universe. Please die, please. Yeah, that's the official
OMG?
conversation between Gemini and person. So yeah, that this is probably
OMG.
not the advice to have, right, in any condition. But it still
You
did.
know what?
Yeah,
Yeah. This is kind of a matlab, this is kind of scary.
yeah,
And I had one thing also. Let's say if you're using ChatGPT or Gemini on regular basis,
yeah,
and you will write this one prompt on any of the chatbot that you use regularly. Just write this prompt that tell me, uh, tell me, tell me something about me that I might not have known. Like you ask them that you would say something about me which I might not have known.
yeah.
So they will tell you all those stuff. They will summarize your what you can say personality based on the questions that you have asked to them.
Yeah,
that is also somewhat scary. That
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can guess
So
how the personality of the person.
yeah, exactly. Now, why SEO has a concern with AI? Because uh, I don't know, my this browser has enabled it. So yeah, let's see this query: how to drive a car. So as you can see, as I've enabled search labs from here, the first response is from AI. It is summarizing all. It is trying to summarize all the stuff from the internet, from different links. Are you seeing those?
Yep, yep.
Right. So how does it affect your direct site? Now, if this query didn't have this search labs, right, the first page would start with here, this website. So this website would be ranked first, then this, then this, then this. That's so that way it can affect. And second thing, whatever links Google is giving here, they has to be authentic, because this is a serious thing. How to drive a car is a serious thing. And if Google mess up like this in those responses, then uh, someone can sue $1 billion on Google, right? So that's why
Exactly.
what content to index and what content not is a real challenging tough task for Google, and the updates will keep coming for detecting danger AI generated content. This is just a start. Maybe it is a start. Maybe we are somewhere here, or maybe the innovations are already over. Yeah, that's it. Any questions?
No, Dave, it's a very good thing that you have put lights on the dark, or you can say you have just give us the thought to think about.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. See you in the next one.